EFCC, an illegal organization, Yahaya Bello's lawyers tell court. Can you imagine? So the lawyer that Yahaya Bello, procured to help him in this wahala that is in with EFCC is telling the court that EFCC is an illegal organization. How? An institution that was set up during Obasanjo's first tenure, I think that was from 1999, and with Nuhu Ribadu as the first chairman of EFCC, has been working since 1999 to date. Many years now, almost 25 years. And you are now telling us that it's an illegal organization today. All the past presidents have been running EFCC till now. So how did they know that it's an illegal organization? Is it because Yahaya Bello is involved and now they're looking for a way to regulate Yahaya Bello? Or is there any security or corruption activities in EFCC that the lawyer knows that the public do not know? We need to know. Let's dive into the details. Lawyers of the embattled immediate past governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, has declared that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is an illegal organization. How did you know? A member of his legal team, Mr. Adeola Adedipe, son, told the court on Tuesday that the federal government did not consult the 36 states of the Federation before it enacted the EFCC Act through the National Assembly. Can you imagine? So that was government under Olusegun Obasanjo did not consult so rather than facing the issue that Yahaya Bello has, that's now looking for a way to invalidate the EFCC and declare them an illegal organization. And I won't be surprised if under Tinubu's government, EFCC is disbanded. That would be very bad. He argued that Section 12 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, required the various houses of assembly of states to ratify the act before it could become operative. This is a very serious matter that borders on the Constitution and the tenets of federalism. It has to be resolved because, as it stands, the EFCC is an illegal organization, Bello's lawyers added. However, EFCC's lawyer, Mr. Kemi Pihinro, son, urged the court to refuse the application, insisting that the warrant of arrest on the former governor should not be set aside until the defendant makes himself available for his trial. Pihinro said the defendant cannot stay in hiding and be, filing numerous applications. He cannot ask for the arrest order to be vacated until and when the defendant is present in court for his arraignment. He cannot be heard on that application, on that applied application. So the main issue should be ascertaining the whereabouts of the defendant. All these applications he is filing are nothing but dilatory tactics intended to delay his arraignment and frustrate the proceedings. If he wants the order of arrest to be discharged, let him come here and make the application. Our position is that the defendant should be denied the right of being heard until he is physically present before this court. EFCC told the court that the Supreme Court had since settled the issue of its legality. So the charge before this court is not against a state or House of Assembly, but against an individual who is said to have laundered public funds. It is against an individual who is said to have taken public funds to buy houses in Lagos, Maitama, and also transferred funds to his account abroad, EFCC added. Can you imagine? So the issue with Yahaya Bello is not the issue of legality or illegality of EFCC, but it borders around money laundering. But I think EFCC too is not very, very tactical in this matter. Why would you charge Yahaya Bello for money laundering alone? This is a pure case of looting and embezzlement of public funds while in office. Transferring $72,000 from government account to private account or to bury the change to pay the daughter or the child's school fees abroad, that is absolute stealing and looting. So why are we leaving the heavier charges and then putting simple ones on him, things like money laundering that he can easily slip off the hook? So I think too that the EFCC is not very smart in this matter. They have not shown skill, they have not shown tactics, they have not shown wisdom in this matter at all. Something they need to reconstruct those allegations, they need to reconstruct those cases and put it right that this man is charged for stealing public fund in Kogi State. That is it. But saying that you are charging him for money laundering doesn't make sense. Now he's coming back to say that EFCC is an illegal organization and should be disbanded because when it was formed, it didn't go through the house. The legislative screening before approval and before putting into operation. So is that true or not? Lawyers will need to interpret that again. Why is this guy now using that as a tactic to cause problem in this case? But EFCC also need to sit up and be sure that this guy does not slip off their hook. That is it. All right, there are a few comments here on what the Yahaya Bello lawyers are saying. Somebody said Nigerian courts are behaving like they are not authorities. How can a lawyer discredit and call a legal institution created by law an illegal institution? That is the problem. Your comment more sensible than the first one, more grace. Can you imagine? Useless lawyers. God lies waiting for you. That's why the homes of many of you lack peace. Not a liar, because they see black, they call it red. They see white, they call it black. They see black, they call it white. Really wishing these were military era. These days, light armed robber lawyers would these daylight armed robber lawyers would have been whisked away into guard room or firing squad for their stupid comment and support of a criminal like Yahaya Bello. The money you collected from Yahaya Bello shall be poison to you and your families, and who or whatever you spend or spend it on, their lives shall be destroyed right there in your presence and lifetime. Somebody don't cost them. Somebody's already costing the lawyers and the EFCC. I'm telling you, these guys are not just doing what they are supposed to do. The case they are putting is a case that the Yahaya Bello can just quickly slip off the hook. You can't leave the weightier matter of stealing and looting public funds and be charging him for money laundering. That doesn't make sense. Someone say, yes, this can happen because of the grade of judiciary system Nigeria is operating. Don't worry, this is not a presidential election matter. We are watching. It will surely get to everyone one by one. This is Nigeria. Like father, like son. We are even lucky he did not refer to Nigerian government itself as an illegal government. Can you imagine? I can assure you that he will not be called for questioning by the judiciary. He will not be called for questioning the way things are going. It is quite obvious. My question is, all the money EFCC is recovering since the Buhari regime, what are they doing with it? Where are the money? And that is the question everybody keep asking. All the money have been recovering since you started fighting corruption in Nigeria. Where are the monies? Has it anything to do with the case of Yahaya Bello? Ask the right question at the right time. What are you saying? EFCC is not acting smartly. That is why a lot of questions are coming from left, right, and center. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. They said Yahaya Bello's lawyer says EFCC is an illegal organization. What's your take on this?